How do I travel safely with sickle cell? Travel can be exciting, but if you live with sickle cell, you already know it comes with risks most people will never think about. Welcome to Susie Muke Sickle Cell and Health Tips. If you are new here, I'm Susie, and today I want to share things I've personally lived through, learned, and studied so you can travel with more confidence and a lot less fear. If you've ever wondered how flying affects sickle cell, why crises can happen during travel, and what you can actually do to prevent them, then this video is for you. Let's get to it. Why is traveling risky for sickle cell patients? Travel isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It involves temperature changes, long hours of sitting, dehydration, stress, and even changes in oxygen levels. And for someone with sickle cell, all of those things matter. Here are 5 reasons why traveling with sickle cell can be risky. 1. Low oxygen and high altitude. When we fly, planes go up to high altitudes, and even though cabins are pressurized, the oxygen level is still lower than what your body is used to on the ground. For someone with sickle cell, lower oxygen can cause red blood cells to sickle more easily, and that can lead to serious pain crisis. I know this personally. On one flight, partway through the trip, I started feeling pain in my joints. My breathing felt heavier, and I just knew that my body wasn't happy with the oxygen levels. That experience really opened my eyes. It showed me that traveling with sickle cell is not just about packing a bag, it's about preparing for things like oxygen changes that most people never think about. 2. Sitting for long periods. Another big issue is sitting still for too long. On flights, especially long ones, you are seated for hours and hours, and when you don't move, blood flow slows down. With sickle cell, circulation is everything. Slower blood flow makes sickling more likely, which increases the risk of pain and crisis. So it's not just walking through the airport that matters, it's what happens once you are stuck in that seat. 3. Dehydration. Airplane cabins are extremely dry. That dry air pulls moisture from your body, and dehydration is one of the biggest triggers for sickle cell crisis. When you're dehydrated, your blood thickens and sickling becomes more likely. That's why long travel days, delays, and skipped water breaks can quickly turn into a crisis. A lot of people grab coffee, soda, or tea when they travel, but those actually make dehydration worse. So even though you're drinking something, your body still isn't getting what it needs. 4. Temperature changes. Temperature is another big one. Walking from a warm airport into a freezing plane, sitting in cold seats, or being blasted by cold air for hours, it all matters. People don't always realize how sensitive our bodies can be to cold, but cold causes our blood vessels to tighten, and for sickle cell patients, that added stress can trigger pain. That's why staying warm while traveling isn't just about comfort, it's about prevention. 5. Stress and sleep loss. Travel can also be stressful. Early alarms, rushing, long lines, crowded airports, missed sleep, it all adds up. Stress hormones affect blood flow and inflammation, which again increases the risk of a crisis. So, travel risk isn't only physical, it is emotional and physiological too. How then should you prepare for your trip in order to minimize crisis? Preparation makes a huge difference. First, start by increasing your water intake days before your trip, not just the night before. Your body needs time to fully hydrate. Secondly, and this is a personal strategy of mine, one thing that I find that works really well for me is taking chlorophyll daily, several days before traveling. Chlorophyll is found in green leafy vegetables and it supports circulation and oxygen transport, all important for sickle cell. You can help oxygenate your body by taking green juices several days before, as these contain chlorophyll. For me, I simply buy a bottle of chlorophyll from the store and I carry it with me during my trip. I don't wait until travel day. I give my body time to prepare. Third, light movement. Gentle exercise like walking and stretching also helps keep circulation strong before you travel. Fourth, always plan for emergencies, even if you hope you never need it. Carry a printed copy of your doctor's notes, your medication list, and emergency instructions. 5. Know where to get help. Before traveling, look up hospitals and urgent care centers at your destination. Knowing this ahead of time will bring peace of mind. I remember once when we traveled to Vegas, I got a really bad throat infection. And luckily for us, we had already looked up some of these places, so we were able to drive to the nearest emergency and I could get treated. 6. Pack smart. Always keep your essentials in your carry-on or in your handbag, not your checked luggage. Your pain medication, chlorophyll, vitamins, essential oils, any emergency medications prescribed by your doctor. You want everything you need within reach. 7. Before you board, if your doctor allows it, see if supplemental oxygen is an option before your flight. Even a short session can help your body relax and reduce stress on your red blood cells. What should you do on the actual day of your trip? Let's talk about the actual travel day. The first thing you need to do is hydration. Hydration is non negotiable. Bring a reusable water bottle and keep refilling it with water, sugar free electrolyte drinks, or caffeine free herbal teas. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, and sugary drinks as they all cause dehydration and inflammation, which could in turn trigger a crisis. Secondly, move every hour. Try to stand up and walk at least once an hour. If that's not possible, move where you are. Stretch your legs, wiggle your toes, roll your shoulders. Small movements still help keep blood flowing. Third, stay warm. I never travel without a warm sweater or jacket, socks, and a blanket. If the cabin gets cold, I don't wait. I layer up immediately because cold stresses the body and stress can trigger a crisis. 4. Listen to your body. Pay attention to early warning signs like pain or tightness in your body, unusual fatigue, shortness of breath, tingling sensations. Catching these early gives you time to respond calmly instead of reacting in panic. Travel is possible with sickle cell, but it requires intention. Yes, I've had a crisis on a plane before, and yes, it was scary. But with preparation, hydration, warmth, movement, oxygen awareness, and listening to my body, traveling is no longer something I fear. As a matter of fact, it is something I really enjoy, and my husband and I take several trips around the world each year. So I'm sharing this because I want you to travel too, but I want you to travel safely, confidently, and informed. If this video helped you, please like it, share your experience in the comments, and pass it along to someone living with sickle cell. Subscribe for more real life sickle cell strategies, and I'll see you in the next video.